HCTV Sports is supported by the Hastings Public House. Memories made local.
First goal of the year goes for the Raiders.
Oh, beautiful shot there. Nicely done. Gets the pin.
Oh, was that beautiful? Onside kick, and it's recovered by Hastings.
And he's rung up for strike 3.
Doblowy! Touchdown Raiders!
Hello everybody and welcome to Hastings High School as we get set for a matchup here between the Hastings Raiders and the Burnsville Blaze in the home opener here, the season opener for your Raiders girls basketball here. We've now entered the month of December, and that means it's basketball season here in the state of Minnesota. I'm Owen Ely here on the broadcast. Doing this one solo should be interesting. We're in for a good matchup here between these two teams, two young teams. When you look at the roster, when you look at some of the starters, but some familiar faces, obviously, for this Raiders basketball team. Here we'll take a look at the Section 3 4A standings. You can see these two teams grouped right next to each other last year, although you can see noticeable differences in the overall. The Raiders 15-11 overall, 1-4 in the section. Surely something they'll try to improve on this year. Burnsville, young team last year, should be improved. Always interesting to see how teams start off the season in their home opener. Really can be a tempo setter for this home stretch. I believe the first 3 games of the season for the Raiders are going to be at home, so they can get cozy here from the Hastings High School arena for the time being. I think the first road game is in a couple of weeks. Going over some of the starters here for the Blaze and the Raiders. Natalie Kaflish, one of the starters for Hastings, 5'10" senior. Certainly one of the better players on this Raiders basketball team. Will figure to have a big impact on the game here tonight. Looks like we have Emma Baker as well, the junior, starting, and Rachel Notch, the 5'9" sophomore. And there we have Haley Strain getting the start at the center position, 6'2", sophomore. Again, figures to have an expanded role this season with the departure of Lily Newton. Obviously, anytime you're 6'2", that's going to be very helpful as well. Solid crowd here, slowly trickling in. A little bit of a late start as the JV game went a little over 7. There we look at the head coach for the Burnsville Blaze. That's David Shaw. Or excuse me, Hastings. That's Sherry McLeod. They threw me off there with that yellow there. And there's a look at Burnsville. That's David Shaw, the head coach. Of course, this is not the season opener for Burnsville. They did play a game already. It was a 53-41 victory over Park of Cottage Grove, as a lot of people would like to say. I don't like to say Park of Cottage Grove. I like to say Park. But to each their own, as both sides now take the court. Brand new scoreboard up above, just like the hockey arena. Looking pretty, and we'll get the tip-off here, and the 2022-2023 season is now underway for the Raiders. As 5 seconds in, looks like we'll get a foul, a shooting foul there on Burnsville. And that's going to send Keegan McVicker to the line. I believe it's her 3rd year on this team, and she's only a 10th grader. Takes an unfortunate bounce. Second shot, all net, and that's the first points of the season for the Raiders. Burnsville coming up the court there on the far side. Cross-court pass. Working their way to the center. That was Shauna Bruja. Far side. They're going to say that that was tipped by a Raiders player. McVicker overextending defensively. The shot bounces off of the rim. And looks like we'll get a travel call at the beginning of the transition there for Hastings. So the ball is going to go right back to Burnsville. Inbound from the baseline. Tipped right off the fingertips of Madeline Olson. Shot up, no good. Rebound taken there by Emma Baker. Now Baker slicing through the middle of the court with speed. Puts the layup up. Misses that. Out of bounds. And it looks like possession's going to stay here with Hastings. It'll be McVicker on the inbound. Inbounds it over the head of everybody. Recovered by Baker in that far side corner for McVicker. Back to McVicker. Takes up a three-point shot and sinks it in. Early 4-0 lead here for the Raiders. Counter three. Nothing but net for Burnsville, and they're right back in this game in the early goings. I believe that was Shauna Bruja with the three-point shot. Baker with the ball, a little pump fake down low. Now it's McVicker driving in along the baseline. That's a very difficult layup to hit right over the shoulder, and she made that one look pretty easy. Now Burnsville setting up the attack. Olson wants the ball down low in the restricted arc. Three-point shot. Thought that one might have been tipped, but it goes in regardless. We're tied up at 6 apiece. Long shot. Thought about a three-point shot down low. Low post. And looks like that's going to be a shooting foul. And here's a three-point shot from earlier. Excuse me, that's going to be the layup from McVicker. Thing of beauty. And now here's Haley Strain, the sophomore, at the charity stripe. That one veers a little bit to the left. Transition. Had a one-on-one, a nice little pass down low and put back from under the basket from Madeline Olson. That pass nearly intercepted by Bruja. Wide open, mid-range. Didn't quite get a good stroke on that one. Both teams are fighting for the ball now. Burnsville down the court. Bruja, three-point shot, a little to the right. Another open three-point shot. Defender closing in, miss. Rebound taken here by Hastings. McVicker at the Raiders logo, driving in, a screen set up by her teammate. Looking to pass. A little bit of a floater, and looks like another shooting foul committed against Burnsville. So Strain's going to head back to the line for the second time tonight. That's 4 fouls already on the Blaze, 0 fouls for Hastings. Another missed free throw. That's certainly going to have to be something that they fix here. Lev Baker checking out. Kate Reuter now in the game. And misses the second shot. It's going to remain tied up at 8 apiece. Bruja passing it over now in that near side corner. Cross-court pass. Defender closing in. That's Kaflish. A scramble for the ball, and a jump ball is called. Bella Islam to inbound the ball. Passing it beyond the arc. Bruja thought about passing it down low to Wooten. Got some motion here from the Blaze offense. And about a 12-footer put in there by Burnsville. They'll take a 2-point lead, excuse me. Reuter with the ball, swings it over for Wagner. Tight defense on Wagner, down low. The turnaround, missed shot by K-Flish. Pass to the center of the three-point line. Ball ends up in the corner. It's deflected out of bounds. It's going to remain here with Burnsville. And we'll have K-Flish checking out of the game and a timeout called on the court. So both teams talking it over. They have not updated the timeouts on that fancy new scoreboard, so we'll have to wait and see who called that one. Couldn't quite hear over the PA. It looks like the Raiders are the ones that called the timeout. And we'd like to thank Hastings Public House for their support of HCTV Sports. Hastings Public House, memories made local. Might have to swing over there after the game. It's just one of those nights. Could not have been easy for Burnsville to travel over in the snow. Not the longest distance to go. Now the Raiders here on attack. They try to over the shoulder lay up. The ball kept in the field of play by McVicker, but it's a turnover. Down low, shot defense, but the ball is going to go in favor of Burnsville. That was Malika with the 2 points. Now it's a 4-point lead for Burnsville. That one nearly intercepted. Ball staying with Burnsville. That was Keegan McVicker trying to jump the route. And now she's forced to go chase that basketball down. Good shot there of Madison Malika, who scored the last 2 points for Burnsville. She'll be the one inbounding the ball. That was Crumweed checking in. Long three-point shot, not enough distance on it from Malika. That was a tight pass that tried to fit in. It's going to go in favor of Hastings. It was Wagner trying to connect with Strain. And here's a look at the, well, a bit of an outlet pass there, just right off the fingertips of Crumweed is what they called that. Inbounded to Reuter. Dead center now here in the corner. Swings a pass down low. Double team, triple team, turnover. Raiders still have numbers on defense. Nearly poked at from behind. Looks like they'll call a foul on McVicker. First foul of the season for Hastings. Aaliyah Baskin checking into the game for Burnsville. Malika tipped it, turned over, a steal here for Hastings in transition. Swinging a pass over, back. A long three-point shot, and they're going to airball that one. McVicker with the shot. Potentially a little ill-advised shot there, but shooter's got to shoot. Now Burnsville coming up the court. Malika Passing it to the corner. Driving in, Crumweed swings it out. Back to Crumweed. And a one-hander put in for the Blaze. Lead slowly but surely increasing here for Burnsville as the first half goes on, and we'll have another foul here on Burnsville. And that'll send McVicker to the line. Well, scratch that. It's just going to be an inbound here for Hastings. They're not going to call it a shooting foul. Another long three. Neither team having a ton of success shooting the three ball, but a put back there for Haley Strain. Stops the bleeding here for the Raiders when you take a peek at the scoreboard. Now only down by 4. 3-point shot screened. Offensive rebound by the shooter. Another 3-point shot, and that one sinks in from Madison Malika. McVicker with the spin. Ball handler puts that one up, misses the shot. And now the Blaze with some speed. They'll take a 3-point shot, and that one goes in. Malika is absolutely fire here in the first half, and now the lead has extended to 10 for the road Burnsville Blaze. And we are going to get a timeout called on the court. Take another look at the replay here. Just a thing of beauty there, setting the feet and putting that one off. Very composed, not as frantic as some of the 3-point shots from the Raiders here in the early goings. It is the Wall of Honor inductees night here on the season opener for Hastings. I believe they got 4 or 5 inductees, including Dick Craig, John DeWall, Terry Hartman, Jackie Krantz, Bob Majeski, Greg Sandkamp, Alan Sandy Storley. So actually a lot more than I thought. And we'll have that at halftime. So don't go anywhere at halftime. Outside of maybe to get some more popcorn. So the timeout was called by the Raiders. There's that fancy scoreboard. You can see the Raiders playing a disciplined game thus far. Still only one foul, and they'll get the ball here off of the timeout. See if they can work something here offensively. A little bit of smothering defense here from the Blaze. Driving in, that one blocked. Out of bounds, going to stay here with the Raiders. Well, that was Rachel Notch trying to put up the shot, deflected. McVicker directing traffic, swings it over for Strain. Tallest player on the court, likely the tallest player on either roster. Now 3 players converging in on Strain. We'll get a whistle here with just north of 11 minutes to go. Another foul on Burnsville. So Haley Strain at the line. And she can't quite get the second one in there, but ball is, well, they're going to call a jump ball there. It was nearly an offensive rebound on the missed shot. Strain going 1 for 2 at the line, and we're going to have the Raiders inbounding the ball, and they're going to run this kind of I formation play there. Very interesting. Now that's Cheney with the pass. Couldn't quite keep it in bounds. Was going to stay with the Raiders. Notch was really adamant that the ball went out off of a Blaze player. Inbound, bobbled. Now bring it back to the point. McVicker calling a play. 3-point shot, another 3-point miss, air ball. And we'll have a wrestling match taking place in the mid-post. It'll give possession here to Burnsville. There's Crumweed. Crossing half court, a long 3-point shot, air ball. Defensive rebound. Now we got a player strain calling for a pass down low. Wasn't quite ready for it, loses it. 2-on-1, 3-on-1 down low, and they'll call a whistle. Kaflish checking in for Monica Cheney. Having a tough time getting that inbound in before it's given to Baker. Now McVicker, pass, top of the point. And a shot put up by the Raiders. 2 points there for Rachel Notch. 7-point lead for the Blaze. 10 minutes to go. Quick trigger on a 3-point shot. Sunk in by Shauna Bruja. Lead back to double digits. Drive from McVicker, passes it out. Missed, offensive rebound. Kaflish with the putback. Shot put up, and we'll get a whistle here. 9.5 to go. And there's a look at that 3-point shot earlier from Bruja. Maleka at the line. Unsuccessful on the first free throw. We'll have Ashley King checking into the game for Burnsville. Third free throw attempt for Maleka, and she goes 2 of 3. McVicker up the middle. Cuts to the near side. And back again. Kaflish tried to set a screen there. Baker driving over. Kaflish passes it to nobody. Had a player move just a little bit too early. Maybe some miscommunication there from the Raiders. Pass was intended for Rachel Knott. It's going to result in a turnover. Strain checking out of the game for Hastings. And a jump ball called after the hug there from Emma Baker. Under 9 to go. We'll get a sub in. Addison Warren. King, one-handed inbound. Back to King. Open 3-point shot. Off the rim. Offensive rebound. And the possession is going to stay here with Burnsville. Inbound. Pass brings it back to the top, and a breakaway here for the Raiders, and they'll make the layup. Keegan McVicker. No longer a double-digit lead for Burnsville. Cafflish defending, the ball working its way back to the center, now back to the far side, cross-court pass. And it'll be a turnover. Couldn't quite see what the call was, maybe a traveling call there for Burnsville. There's a look at the steal and score for Keegan McVicker. Screen for McVicker, working her way down low. Baseline jumper, 2 points. Certainly a huge impact player for Hastings in this first half. Burnsville staying patient on offense the last couple of possessions, working the ball around. A missed shot taken there by Maleka. Now the Raiders heading back the other way. McVicker blows past the defender, puts up the shot, and she'll take a tumble. Another 2 points for McVicker, and it looks like Burnsville is going to be forced to use their first timeout of the first half. So certainly quite the turnaround here for the Raiders offensively. At one point was a double-digit lead for Burnsville. Now it's just a two-possession game. Offense is definitely coming alive, certainly working through McVicker. Noticeably more patient Burnsville attack. The last handful of possessions on this run for the Raiders. Not quite the quick trigger on the three-point shots they had to work that lead. Good shot of the student section and the regular section. Certainly a couple hundred people here in the gym tonight. Everybody really excited for the start of the new season. Certainly a lot to like for Hastings in the early going. Some stuff to clean up at halftime, but seems like they're turning a corner in this game. We'll see if they can continue to do so after the Burnsville timeout, and they're going to mob Maleka. Foul is going to go on Wagner. It's now 4 fouls for the Raiders. 6 for Burnsville. Quick points right off the inbound. Bruja with the basket. Off into the corner, a high pass, corralled in by Baker. Those long arms, passing it to her teammate. Shot is up. And looks like she'll head to the line for the potential of a three-point play. McVicker just doing everything for this team offensively, down low. Taking a look at the replay here. Solid pass to set it up. Raiders are now in the bonus. And she'll sink the free throw, so a three-point play for Hastings, and they're only down by 3. A little more than 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Warren loses the ball. They're going to say it went off of a Raiders player. Burnsville thought about taking a three-point shot there, and looks like there's going to be a foul committed on the shot. So Madison Maleka back to the line. Haley Strain with her first foul of the game. And Maleka, 2 for 2 from the line on that trip. 5-point lead for Burnsville. Swinging a pass down low. Quick shot taken there by Lindsey Wagner as the ball ends up out of bounds. The Raiders going to go back on defense. Couple of quick passes off the inbound for the Blaze. Now Bruja, the ball handler. That one tipped out of bounds. Off of the fingertips of Kaflish. King sends it in. 3-point shot. Dead center. Misses it out of bounds. And again, off of the Raiders. So once again, King to inbound. Out of bounds again, and once again out of bounds on Hastings. Just playing too good of defense here. Inbounded, out of bounds. And this time they're going to say it did not go out of bounds off of a blue shirt. Referee saying there was no contact on the tip. Just an errant pass out of bounds. McVicker with the long pass to Strain over to Kaflish. And a foul committed by Hastings, resulting in a turnover. Bruja up the court, bounce pass into the high post. And we'd also like to thank Burnsville Community TV. We are also live over there. So if you're tuning in and you're a Burnsville fan, well, thank you very much for tuning into the stream. Had a turnover there by the Raiders, so the possession going back to Bruja and the Blaze. And an open Bruja. They're over on the near side, but the pass was tipped. Taken back by Burnsville. The pass midway to the net. Heavy contact there by Hastings. Ball's going to be tipped, recovered by Haley Strain. Kaflish passing it up the court to McVicker to Strain. Got some space to work with there. Another pass down low, just outside of the post. Swings up a shot, and that one dead center. Baker with the points, back to a 3-point lead for Burnsville. Warren sends it back, down low, Strain defending, gets her hands up, right under the basket. And a shooting foul committed against the home team. And there you see the defense from Haley Strain, and then the subsequent foul down low. They're going to get Wagner with the foul, her second of the game. That's Oceana Johnson, the junior, at the line. First time we've called her name tonight. Under 5 to go. And Johnson misses both free throws. Burnsville kind of stuck at 29 points here. See if the Raiders can capitalize. A lot of energy from McVicker on that play. Motion by the Raiders, but not good spacing, and that pass is going to get sailed off into the Burnsville bench. So, unfortunately, another first half turnover here for Hastings. Couple of quick passes. The ball at the free throw lines. Oceana Johnson misses the shot. Near side of the post, and now the Raiders trying to break their scoring streak as well. Or should I say scoreless streak. Open three-point shot, and they'll break it right there, and they'll tie this game up at 29 apiece. Haley Strain, the center, with the three-point shot, and that really invigorated the crowd. Trying to put a double team on Bruja. Best player tonight for the Blaze. Offensive rebound by Baker. Baker taking it up the court, hits the pass with Strain, and a foul committed by Burnsville. Here's the last three-point shot that tied this game up at 29 apiece. When you think of 6'2", and when you think of a post player, you don't exactly think of three-point shooting, but she laid that one down, and she's now at the line. Raiders take the lead for the first time tonight with another free throw upcoming. The foul on Strain was committed by Bruja. That's her first of the night. She'll miss the second, but the lead still taken by the Raiders, and they're going to recover that, and that's going to be a very fortuitous outcome for the Raiders because they're going to get 2 points off of the offensive rebound from the missed free throw. A 2-for-1 deal right there as the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to call a travel on Burnsville, so the Raiders with a chance to kind of pour on the action here as we are in the waning minutes of the first half. Still 4 timeouts for Burnsville. Pass down low, Strain, and just slips out of the fingertips of Strain. Raiders have had a little bit of a difficult time tonight calibrating their passes, but surely that's something that will come with more action as the season progresses. 3-point shot, and that hits the back iron. Out of bounds, ball going to the blue and gold. Now McVicker directing traffic, crossing the logo. Driving in, full speed ahead, hits the underhanded layup. And now the lead extended to 5 points for the Raiders. Bruja connects on a pass, back to Bruja, takes a 3-point shot, a Raiders defender closing in, offensive rebound, and the foul committed off of the offensive rebound. Here's the look at the layup there from McVicker. First free throw was good for Bella Islam, who was fouled on the offensive rebound. The foul committed by Lindsay Wagner. That's going to be her third. So that might be something to watch in the second half. Misses the second. Tough defense there on Strain in her own zone. Now driving in, hands it off. Cathlish. That one just falls out and put back in by Cathlish. So the Raiders making good on a second chance opportunity there. Inside the 3-point line, a turnover. Cutting back, open 3-point shot, didn't quite have her feet set on that one. The Raiders just out muscling the Blaze on some of these scramble balls. Offensive rebound for Notch. And a travel called on Emma Baker. That's definitely something to like for the Raiders in this first half. I mean, these 50-50 balls and offensive rebounds and scrambles for the ball seem to be going the way of the Raiders. They're just putting in the effort. Defensive rebound by Kaflish. Long outlet pass. Notch. Pass deflected, and she is going to commit the foul on Bruja. So we got a minute 43 to go here before halftime. Shauna Bruja at the free throw line. That was the third foul on Notch. So the Raiders have 8 fouls, and 3 of them are on Notch and Wagner. So you might see some of the bench depth for the Raiders in the second half. Free throw from Bruja is good. 4-point game. Strain checking out of the game. Heavy contact there. A pass was open for a second. Now back to number 33. And unfortunately, we don't have a number 33 on the roster for either varsity or JV. So if anybody listening knows who that is, we'd love to give credit to that player. Ball out of bounds, going to stay with Hastings. McVicker with the inbound. Kaflish back to McVicker. Drives in from the logo, cuts back, far side. 33 corralling the ball. Down low, and they're going to get Baker. They're going to say that was a foul. 1 minute to go before halftime. Burnsville trying to close in on this lead. About 3 Raiders players just kind of mobbed an offensive player for the Blaze. They're going to turn it over on the transition. Some contact out of bounds. Ball remains with Burnsville. Maleka sends it in for Crumweed. And a couple of players slipping there. Ball out of bounds. .33 to inbound. Now McVicker calls over Monica Cheney. Quick pass down low, blocked. Still held here by Hastings, outworked by Crumweed, who will take a tumble. The ball going back to Hastings with 17 seconds. A lot of commotion here in the closing minutes of the first half. And we do have a injured player on the court for Burnsville. That's Madison Maleka. Hush falls over the crowd, very silent. You can see the emotion on her face. Hope everything's all right. Didn't quite see what happened on the play. And she's going to stand up and walk off under her own power. Certainly hate to see injuries happen at any time, but that's mighty unfortunate to happen, certainly in the, well, not the season opener for Burnsville, but this early in the season. So likely time for just one final possession here for Hastings, as McVicker was just weaving her way through the defense. A layup taken by Baker, puts it in. Scramble back the other way. Bruja shot, takes a Burnsville bounce. A little bit of a buzzer beater there. And we're going to head to halftime, 38-34. Here's a look at the replay. See McVicker driving in, pumps up the shot. Offensive rebound from Baker, who puts it right back in for the Raiders' points. So the Raiders will head to the locker room for halftime. In the season opener, it's a 38-34 lead for the blue and gold here on HCTV Sports.
So Jackie, you can kind of, yeah. So yeah, when they announce your name, just wave and step. Come on, Sandy. Hey, and then afterwards, we're going to slide together and take a photo together, so don't run off. Hanson, Assistant Principal and Director of Athletics here at Hastings High School, and tonight we're thrilled to recognize 8 outstanding people that will be added to our Athletics Wall of Honor. Their cumulative service and contributions to students, families, and our community is downright incredible. Our Wall of Honor acknowledges exemplary service to Raider sports in a support or leadership role as a coach, official, secretary, event staff, administrator, or volunteer. We will hang a plaque and photo of each honoree on the east wall of the high school field house after this event for all guests to see and enjoy moving forward. At this time, it's my pleasure to share a short bio of each. Honorees, when your name is announced, please give a wave so our audience knows who you are. Spectators are invited to applaud each honoree. Please just hold that applause until each individual's bio has been read. So here we go. First is Mr. Dick Craig. Dick moved to Hastings in 1972, quickly engaged with the local community. Spanning 50 years of service, Dick has served as an official, coach, baseball and softball traveling director, and HYAA board member. He was an active member of the Hastings Community Advisory Council and represented District 200 School Board on the Hastings Joint Powers Commission. He and his wife Trudy raised 3 children who were all engaged in athletics and activities. Dick is an unparalleled contributor to Raiders High School sports. For over 30 years, starting in 1988, he has served as the Hastings High School football statistician, conference football statistician, scoreboard and PA operator at McNamara Stadium for football and soccer, and here at the high school for boys and girls basketball. He also served as KDWA radio broadcaster for football, basketball, soccer, hockey, and baseball for over 20 years, and was a scoreboard and PA operator at Grossman Field for Raiders baseball. It's likely that no single member of our community has seen more high school athletic games than Dick. He was a Section 3 years and was awarded the Region 1AA Volunteer of the Year Award in 2017. Please join me in Mr. Dick Craig. Next is Mr. John Bewall. John's career at Hastings began in 1980, teaching agribusiness and the co-op work program. and he has led the horticulture program at Hastings High School since that time. John started teaching in 1980, started coaching in 1980, pioneering the girls soccer program. In 1982, he started coaching Nordic skiing and track. John then coached 25 years as head cross-country coach, an amazing 40 years as head Nordic skiing coach, and 37 years as assistant coach in track. A total of over 100 seasons and 200 different Raiders athletic teams across multiple levels. John has coached dozens of conference, regional, and section championship teams. He also coached 2 Minnesota State High School League state championship Nordic ski teams, boys in 1989 and girls in 1991. He was privileged to have coached 2 Olympic athletes, a 3-time individual state champion, and a U.S. national champion in Nordic ski. John was recognized as the Minnesota Nordic Ski Coach of the Year in 1990. He's been involved in the State High School Coaches Association throughout his career. He is proud to work as an educator and coach in the Hastings School District for the past 43 years. He retired as a coach in 2022. Thank you, John D. Next is Mr. Principal Mark Hansen offers contract with Principal Rich Clymer offered his final contract classes in 2000. 40 years coaching filled many hours and seasons for Terry. He served as an athletics coach in a variety of roles and levels in 6 different sports, including football, baseball, Nordic ski, track and field, boys hockey, and girls hockey. Where on the ice, he led the first ever girls hockey team in school history. In the early 1990s, Athletic Director Don Miller asked if Terry would assume the role of athletics equipment manager. He said yes, and that role has continued with excellence for over 30 years to this day. He's also served as a track and field clerk at various Metro East Conference each spring for the last 20 years. Terry and his wife Renee raised 4 children in Hastings, and he calls his a gift of life. And his utmost appreciation goes to all the students and parents for this part of it. Congratulations, Terry Hartman. Next, Mrs. Jackie Kranz. Jackie joined Hastings Public Schools in 1995 as the high school attendance secretary. In 1997, she moved into the position of athletic secretary, and she has served in that position since. For over 25 years, she has established herself as one of the longest tenured and most distinguished athletic secretaries in the Minnesota State High School League. She regularly contributes to conference and state leadership events, and she also serves as event staff roles across multiple sports seasons, taking tickets, keeping official scorebooks, and running score clocks. Jackie has guided Raiders membership in 3 different conferences, Suburban East, and the Metro East. She has partnered with 3 different athletic directors, Tom Johnson, and Trent. All of whom have been named either region or state AD of the year. 5 team state championships, 17 individual state championships, and countless conference championships. Jackie and her husband have 3 children who all graduated from the high school and are blessed by 3 grandchildren who all attend Hastings Public. Congratulations, Jackie. You're sure you don't want to say anything? Next is Mr. Bob Majeski. Bob obtained an elementary teaching position at Hastings in 1978. Teaching administration at Hastings High School. Principal in 2015. Bob calls himself grateful for so many opportunities to work with great staff and students throughout those 37 years. During his tenure, Bob coached multiple sports for almost 3 decades, including basketball, baseball, softball, and football. In 22 years as head football coach in particular, the Raiders had a record of 175 and 65. Those teams won 9 conference championships, 6 section championships, twice were Class 5A runner-up, and in 2001 were Minnesota State High School League Big School Class 5A state champions. In 2011, Bob was inducted in the Minnesota Football Coaches Association Hall of Fame. He shares the recognition of all the great athletes and coaches who contribute greatly. I'd like to recognition Terry Hartman, Tom Dahlberg, Jake Moore, and Marty Kranz, who Bob respects, admires, and is proud to call friends. His sons, who are all Raiders graduates, all are married, and have blessed Bob and Cindy with 8 beautiful grandkids. Congratulations, Bob Majeski. Next is Mr. Greg Sandkamp. Greg's coaching career in Hastings began in 1982 as head track and field coach at high school, a position he held for an incredible 40 years. In In 1996, he began teaching elementary physical education at Kennedy Elementary, and during his tenure, he taught at every school in the district, ending his career at the high school. Greg coached over 100 seasons in 6 different sports at multiple levels, including wrestling, football, volleyball, cross country, and Nordic skiing. Throughout his 40 years of leadership, his Raiders teams had many competitive successes, including multiple conference and section championships, many state entrants and place winners, all conference and all state athletes, and countless regions. Along with that competitive success, and even more important to Greg, was student athletes developing and living with healthy values and relationships. Greg coached with kindness and respect to help students and athletes develop moral courage and character, and that was the greatest of his coaching successes. Working with the students, athletes, parents, and employees of the Hastings School District, he retired from teaching in 2018 and coaching in 2022. Congratulations, Greg Sankamp. All right, finally we have Al and Sandy Storley, the duo. Working for the Hastings Fire Department in 1995 and standing for District 200 in 1990. Became involved in athletic activities from an early age and in support of their children. Both Al and Sandy were very involved in volunteering for the Hastings Basketball Boosters. They held numerous positions, including concessions coordinator and president of the association, and helped build the traveling basketball program to what it is today. Al volunteered as a youth coach for softball and basketball, while Sandy volunteered for many years operating the concession stand for basketball games. Al has been a Minnesota State High School League official for the St. Paul Cap City Association for over 20 years and can be found officiating hoops games for all ages throughout the metro area, including almost 25 ninth grade games in particular each winter. With his EMS background, Al has also served as an athletic trainer for many community tournaments and Raider High School athletic events. He also operates a scoreboard in the official book for both of our boys and girls high school basketball games, usually alongside one of his daughters. Sandy has served for over 25 years in admissions for every athletic event we have across all 3 seasons, at volleyball, football, lacrosse, wrestling, track, gymnastics, swimming, and basketball. If there's a face of Raider Nation, it might be Sandy Storley. Both Al and Sandy have proudly supported the Hastings athletic program through the growth of their 2 daughters, and now have begun to enjoy supporting their 2 grandchildren coming up in our athletic program. Congratulations, Al and Sandy Storley. All right, we're going to snap to conclude. Contributors to the students of the athletic program, the school, and the community of Hastings. Congratulations on this recognition. Go Raiders. All right. Hey, don't leave. So let's do
5 and 4?
Give me the 4 tallest people next to me. All right. So Sandy's in front, Jackie's in the front, Terry's in front. Okay. Al, why don't you and I go in the middle?
I just want to be next to you all. That's all that matters.
Whatever you want. How's that? Is that good? Terry, Greg, you want to tie us in? All right. Can you see us all? Tell us where you need to move.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to HCTV Sports as we get set for the second half of this girls' basketball game between the Hastings Raiders and the Burnsville Blaze. I'm Owen Ely here on the broadcast, welcoming you back. We got 30 seconds to go before the second half tip-off here. Has been a very interesting one here in the home opener, the season opener for the Hastings Raiders. They lead 38-34. We've seen quite a few in-game improvements as the first half had progressed. We'll see how head coach Sherry McLeod makes some adjustments here in the second half. Had a wonderful ceremony, and there is the aforementioned Sherry McLeod, looking to pick up the W here tonight. And with that inbound, we are underway here in the second half of the season opener here for your Hastings Raiders. Of course, this game also on Bloomington Community Television. Block from behind. Excuse me, Burnsville Community Television. Got to drive over here from Bloomington, so I had that on my mind. Well, that's going to be a shooting foul on the Raiders. So Avery Crumweed with the opportunity to put up the first points of the second half. And she makes her two shots, so now it's only a 2-point lead for the Raiders. That's McVicker, the leading scorer here tonight, receiving the pass. Now a pass down low for Strain, puts up a shot blocked with the right hand of Malika. Tried to connect on a pass. That one bounces off of the thigh of Madeline Olson. Now the Raiders here with the inbound. An umbrella defense here for Burnsville. Double team, triple team on Strain. It's going to be stripped away. A loose ball, and the possession is going to go to Burnsville. A shout out to Grace, who's listening on YouTube for the roster update for number 33. We appreciate that. Pass down low, just outside of the post. Muscling her way down low, double team. And they're going to say that Olsen stepped out of bounds on the baseline. So a handful of turnovers for both teams to start the second half. McVicker to Reuter. Back to McVicker. Tight defense there from the Blaze. McVicker lines that one up. Air ball off the backboard. Back the other way, a pickpocket from McVicker, but they're going to call a foul. Here's a replay of the action earlier. Not quite sure how that's a foul on McVicker, but either way, that's going to be her second of the game. Three-point shot, sunk from Bruja. Top scorer for Burnsville. So 2 minutes into the second half, and Burnsville already has regained the lead, up by 1. Strain swinging over a pass to McVicker. McVicker driving in down low, takes a tumble, and the shot sunk in there from Emma Baker. Take a look at the three-point shot there from Bruja a couple of possessions ago. Inbound in for Burnsville. Crumweed back to Bruja. And that takes a bounce over the top of the glass. Always dangerous when she's shooting. Catholic on the inbound. It's going to be Baker bringing the ball up the court. Finds Wagner over in the corner. Swings a pass down low for Strain. Misses the shot. However, she is going to be fouled, so she'll head to the line. Maleka with her second foul of the game. That one wanted to do everything but go in, but eventually on the fifth bounce goes in. And she makes the second, so it's a 3-point lead for the Raiders, just what it was at halftime. Couple of quick, crisp passes. Bring the ball down low for Burnsville. A missed shot by Olsen back the other way. The Raiders high-pointing the ball there was Haley Strain. 3-point shot from Baker. Makes it in, extends the lead. Both teams were ice cold shooting the 3-point ball in the first half. Certainly the first half of the first half, but they are ice cold in a good way here in the second half. Here's the look on the assist from Strain. 3-point shot from Baker, nothing but net. Inbound, wide open, nobody defending. Easy 2-point shot for Crumweed. Baker passing it over to the corner. That's Cheney who checked into the game. Kay Flish swings it to the other corner. 3-point shot. Hits the backboard, the side of the backboard there. In transition, a layup. Falls in for Burnsville. That's Zoe Wooten. I believe that's her first points of the game. Wide open 3-point shot. Wagner just a little off the mark. Wooten, defensive rebound. Brings it up the court. Couple of passes. Now back to Wooten. Other side, 3-point shot. Bruja. Went in, went out. That shot going over. And a whistle before that shot was taken. Bit of a hectic sequence there for both teams. There's the layup from Wooten, the junior. And we'll get a timeout here from Hastings. 45-43 lead. And we'd like to let you know about our next broadcast. It's going to be girls basketball. Raiders, I believe that's visitation on December 8th. Same time, same place. Should be a fun one. Well, both teams talking it over here in the timeout. Bit of a mixed bag for both teams here in the second half, but the lead forfeited by the Raiders, gained back. Now sits at 2. Shot of the crowd there does not do justice to the amount of people that are here. I don't know why the people are not sitting closer to the court. Everybody's kind of packed up towards the top or standing on the railings. So there'll be 2 timeouts remaining in the second half for the Raiders. 4 timeouts for Burnsville. Now after the timeout, we'll get the inbound in for the Blaze, trying to tie this one up, or if they can sink a 3-pointer, take the lead. Maleka basically with a handoff for Bruja. A bounce pass down low into the post. And a foul committed by Strain. And a correction, they're going to call that on Kaflish. So Olsen will head to the line. She'll make her first shot. And makes her second, and we're all tied up here at 45 all. Pass in the high post, near side corner. Strain swings a pass over her shoulder, now back for McVickers. Far side corner, bounce pass down low, out of bounds. Believe they're gonna say that was out of bounds on Crumweed. Cheney inbound, nobody there. Strain corrals the ball, and there's the elusive McVickers weaving her way down the court. Couple of hefty passes here. McVickers with a little bit of space. Swings it over to the far side. Open in the post. Bounce the shot in off of the glass. Now Wooten with the pass to Olsen, back to Wooten, 3-point shot, air ball, kept in bounds by Maleka. Turned over and then turned over again for good measure for Wooten. Outlet pass turns that one over. Neither team wanting to hold on to the ball here, but it's going to be settled down by Strain. McVickers to Cheney, back to McVickers. Working her way over towards her bench. Just a handful of passes here along the perimeter. Three-point shot, and I don't know if that was tipped or just a poor shot, but either way, we're going to get a stoppage of play here. Foul committed by Burnsville. It's going to be the third foul on number 3, Madison Maleka. And Kaflish going 1 for 2 at the line. Olsen down low, mobbed from both directions, and it's going to be a jump ball possession given to the Raiders. McVicker, a long pass to Kaflish, over to Strain. It's going to bounce out of bounds, stay here with the blue and gold. They'll break the stacked formation there. Notch gets the jump ball, and it'll be a turnover for Hastings. .11.5 to go here in regulation. Baskin swinging over a pass to King. Back to Baskin's three-point shot. Bounces off of the rim. Offensive rebound, Baskin. Open, down low near the baseline. Missed the shot. Nobody gets the rebound there, but it's going to be a foul committed by Hastings on Burnsville. Bounce pass inbound from King. Driving in, pumps up the shot. No good from Maleka. And another foul call. Lee Olson getting the foul for the Blaze. Isadora Vonutka checking into the game for the first time tonight for Burnsville. Notch with the ball. A couple of passes. Burnsville player on either side driving in. The floater. Good for McVicker. Baskin pulling it back to Vonutka. Back to Baskin. Takes a long three-point shot. No good. Almost the offensive rebound for Vonutka. Out of bounds. Staying with the road team. Foul immediately upon the inbound. So McVicker checking out. Big difference when she's on the court and when she's not on the court. For the Raiders, 5-point lead. Burnsville now in the bonus. Baskin at the line, sinks it. David Shaw, the head coach for Burnsville, frantically motioning out orders for Burnsville. Second free throw, no good. Defensive rebound. Baker up to Kaflish. Drives in. Not enough height on the shot. Taken by Strain. Jump ball called. Ball staying here with the Raiders. Fourth foul of the second half for the Blaze. 7 fouls for the Raiders. Very uncharacteristic for this team. Certainly you could juxtapose the first half and the second half. Far more disciplined in the first half. Wagner passing it to Strain, down low. Short shot, sunk by Rachel Notch. Raiders defense, a little bit of confusion there, but they steal the ball anyway. That was Haley Strain with the steal. Quickly heading back the other direction. Not enough height on that shot from Lindsay Wagner. Air ball. Under 10 minutes to go. The dangerous scorer, Bruja, brings the ball down the middle of the court. Now there's Baskin, who's been hot from three-point land. A three-point shot attempted there by King. No good in the corner. Raiders with the ball, nearly pushed out of bounds, sends it in, turns it over. Vonutka puts up the shot, and the defensive rebound from Kaflish. Quite the sequence. Trying to drive in, and they're going to actually call a travel call on Emma Baker. I'm sure she thought there was excessive contact on that one. Unfortunately, not going the way of the Raiders, as we'll have Oceana Johnson back in the game, first time in the second half. Long three-point shot, sunk in. That's going to cut the lead in half for Burnsville. Notch down low for Strain, a jump ball, and can't quite tell who they're giving possession to there. Either way, we'll take a look at the replay there. There's a obstructed three-point view there. Ashley King missed one on the previous possession, puts that one in. They're going to give the ball here to Hastings. One score game. Inbound three-point shot, no good from Baker. Defensive rebound from Johnson, who's certainly brings height on the court. Open three-point shot, that goes in, and we got a tie game here, 52 apiece. Not a lot of Burnsville fans making the travel, but the ones that did are absolutely ecstatic, as we're going to get a timeout called on the court if that's by the Raiders, which I believe it is. They're only going to have one timeout remaining for the final 8 and some change to go. There you can see you had a couple of defenders closing in, but just solid composure, not rushing the shot and taking your time, but not taking too much time, and very steady shot. It's been a common theme with Burnsville thus far in this game. They don't take too many frantic or wild or off-balance three-point shots. As there we'll take a look at me and Hunter calling the game up top. Well, we'd like to thank Hastings Public House for supporting HCTV Sports. Hastings Public House, memories made local. Greatly appreciate our sponsors this winter season. Help make this broadcast a reality. Well, we're back from the timeout. Raiders possession, not for long as they almost turn it over, end up recovering it, but there's going to be a foul called on the court. Either way, it's going to be Raiders ball. Sophie Swanson checking into the game. Kafflish to Baker, back to Kafflish. Down low to Strain. That was a tough pass, and again, we'll get another tie-up. A lot of tie-ups in this game. Blue and gold retaining possession, and they're going to call a foul on that play. They're going to call it on Vonutka. Long, high, inbound, three-point shot from Baker. Very close to making the mark. Out of bounds and going to the road team. Still tied up at 52 apiece. Baskin, three-point shot. Defensive rebound for Baker, who's going to bring it back the other way, off into the corner. Open three-point shot. Open three-point make from Lindsay Wagner, who was kind of in foul trouble earlier in the game. I don't think she's committed a foul in the second half, and there she sinks that three-point shot, a three-point shot of their own for Burnsville. They missed that one. Offensive rebound by Johnson, but it's out of bounds off of Johnson's hand. Here's a look at the three-point shot. And there we go. When the Raiders take their time and set their feet and square up on these three-point shots, they've had pretty good success tonight. No three-point shot there from Wagner. Sends it down low. Foul committed. Strain off to the line. Has progressively gotten better from the line as this game has gone on. Announcer jinx right there, misses the first one. And Strain misses the second one. That's going to hurt a little bit. Keeps it as a one-score game for now. Bruja motioning some players off to King. Back to Bruja near the logo. Crumweed off to the near side corner, driving in along the baseline. A pass along the base side to that far side corner. Cross-court path. Three-point shot, no good. Offensive rebound from Johnson, and a foul is called. Johnson's going to head to the line. We'll see if she can make an impact here trying to score the ball, but certainly defensively and with rebounding, she has made a big difference in this game since she checked in a few minutes ago. I believe that's 0 for 3 from the free throw line. We'll see if she can make the fourth attempt. And she makes that one, so closes the lead just a little bit. Less breathing room for Hastings, trying to win their season opener. Spinning pass there from McVicker. Long pass to Baker. Strain, double team, swings a pass over. McVicker puts up the shot. And she's going to be fouled in the motion of shooting the ball, so she'll head to the line. Both teams in the bonus, both teams with 8 fouls. Still 4 timeouts remaining for Burnsville. Hopefully they learn from PJ Fleck and Bill Belichick that you can't take timeouts home with you. Couple of free throws made there by Keegan McVicker. Just a sharpshooter out here tonight. Johnson's pass nearly ends up in the stands, but it's kept in by Bruja. Now Bruja with the ball over to King. Near side, Crumweed. We will get a whistle called, and that's going to be a turnover on Burnsville. Time slowly but surely running out here in the second half here. McVicker, pass to the far side for Wagner, back to McVicker, over to 33, Sophie Swanson. Loses the ball. Turnover here for the Raiders. Also a foul on Swanson for good measure. And that's going to be her first of the night, and because they're in the bonus, they'll head straight to the line here for the potential to get 2 points. King makes her first. And makes the second. 6 flat to go. McVicker, the primary ball handler here for Hastings, sends off a pass to Wagner. Working their way around the perimeter, down low for Swanson. Back to an open McVicker, closing defender, but she sinks in the 3. Talk about not being bothered by pressure on that shot. A 3-point response. No good. Got a Burnsville player getting smacked in the face with a ball off of the hands of Haley Strain. Here's a look at the 3-point shot off the assist from Sophie Swanson.
In the Red Wing tournament tonight, Hastings played Big Lake. Big Lake won 75-70.
Raiders again with possession, 5-point lead. Swanson off to the corner. Wagner to McVicker. Content to maybe be a little patient on offense with a 2-score lead. Shot pumped up there from Strain, no good. Malika down the court, and we'll get a timeout called by Burnsville.
Full time off their second.
Well, and there's a shot of one of our camera operators. That's Ian. Loves the dance on camera. I've noticed that about him. And there's Ben. He likes to hide behind cameras. Takes a bunch of people to put this broadcast on for you fine folks. Well, we're done with the timeout there from Burnsville. See what Coach David Shaw has cooked up here. Raiders trying to hold on to get the W here tonight. Missed shot taken there by Burnsville, but they'll recover the ball. Bruja working her way back, pressured by Wagner, cuts her way in, tries to underhand the ball in there, and they're going to get, I believe, McVicker on the foul. Well, that's going to be Strain with her third. Slashed that arm on Bruja, and now Burnsville in the double bonus. Bruja definitely not the person you want to send to the line as she makes her 2 shots. One-score lead for Hastings, and they'll have to stay composed because they only have 1 timeout remaining. McVicker, 2 defenders closing in, pumps up a shot, unsuccessful, and they're just going to mob a player put up a shot. Defensive rebound taken. Whistle called, the ball going here to the Blaze. Raiders had a couple of chances to put that ball in there. And Bruja back to the line, getting real familiar with it in the second half. And she makes both. She has been money from the charity stripe. Measly 1-point lead for the home Raiders. Bunch of passes along the perimeter here, just trying to find any space, trying to get a look they like. We'll send it in down low for Strain, and foul committed by Burnsville. Ten fouls each for both teams here in the second half. Now both teams in the double bonus, which is good because Strain misses her first. and sinks the second. High tempo, coast to coast, but misses the shot. Johnson rebound, misses the shot. Tie up for the ball. It's going to be given back to the Blaze. And I think they took their sweet time trying to inbound it, and time violation there for Burnsville, so the ball's going to go to Hastings. That's definitely a killer in crunch time. Still plenty of time to go, but these possessions will come at a premium. We'll see how and if the Raiders can capitalize on that mistake. 22 defending on 22. Strain at the elbow. Far side, back to Strain, just kind of squeezes her way through a couple of defenders. And back to the line. A whole lot of Bruja at the line for Burnsville. A whole lot of Haley Strain at the line for the Raiders. We'll see if she has more success on this trip. That one bounces in, much needed. And the second one goes in. Haley Strain being clutch in crunch time. Just north of 3 minutes to go. A three-point shot pumped up from Bruja. 4 Raiders around the ball, but yet there's an offensive rebound. But the ball is going to fall out of bounds, and it's going to be given possession to Hastings. Exactly 3 minutes to go. McVicker putting on a move, passing it back to McVicker. A couple of passes. Ball ends up here in the near side corner. Some contact from McVicker on Wooten, as Wooten tried to intercept that pass. Yeah, there's a look at the replay. So that's going to be the 5th foul on McVicker. And that is definitely a cause for concern for Hastings. Wooten at the line. First free throw, no bueno. Second free throw, no good as well. The Hastings student section trying to make some noise and disrupt that free throw attempt from Wooten. Now Bruja just weaving her way through a handful of players. Bruja, 2 players around her, takes a three-point shot. Bounces off of the rim, no good. Wooten double teamed along her bench. And a timeout called by David Shaw saves Wooten from a couple of Raiders players. Still 2 timeouts remaining after this one for Burnsville. And there's Max, looking very warm. Well, now, after the timeout, we'll return to a Burnsville offensive possession. Inbound in off of the hands of Wooten. Recovers the ball with Wagner standing right over her. A couple of Raiders players reaching in. Jump ball, and that's going to go to Hastings. So the hustle pays off. .221 to go. The inbound right in front of the Burnsville bench. Notch driving the ball down that far side. Strain. Hit from behind. And she'll go to the line. She's really getting her practice here in the home opener from the line. And she'll miss the second, but the offensive rebound. Both teams fighting over the ball. Just pokes out, recovered by Wagner. Stoppage. And they're going to call another foul on the Blaze. Now this time, Strain back to the line. She'll go 1 for 2, excuse me, at the line. Now a sense of urgency here from Burnsville. Wooten off to King, driving in. Whistle. Didn't quite hear the call, but looks like King off to the line. Kafflish with her third foul of the game. It'll be interesting to see if and when the Raiders decide to bring back in McVicker, who far and away is the best player on the team, but she has 5 fouls. I believe 6, and you're out unless I have the rules misunderstood at the high school level. Almost a full court press here for this Burnsville defense. They had basically a single high safety on the other side of the court. Working the ball down the near side. Baker is nearing the post, gives it off for Strain. Notch in, under, misses the shot. Offensive possession for Burnsville, swinging the ball there over to that far side, and a turnover off of the hands of Bruja. Under 90 to go. One possession game. They're setting up for a open three-point shot, but we're going to get a timeout called by the Raiders and head coach Sherry McLeod. Well, there's a shot of the student section. They don't mind sitting courtside. Been increasingly vocal in the second half. No more timeouts remaining for Hastings. And thank you, Mike Schlottman, for the clarification. So McVicker is out for the game. You foul out with 5. Quick 2-point shot there from Burnsville. Nearly intercepted that inbound, bringing the ball up the far side of the court. Heavy pressure here from Burnsville. They're going to force the turnover. Falling out of bounds, ball going out onto the track. Good composure there from Crumweed. Had a player on either side closing in on her. Ball staying here with Hastings' 1-point lead, 50 seconds to go. Very little room for error on either side. They're going to double team, jump ball, and they give the possession to Burnsville. That's why you got to pass the ball in that situation. Trying to drain down the clock, but now there's 42 seconds. Inbound from Johnson. Wooten on the Hastings logo, a pass down low, and that one just rims out. Defensive rebound from Notch. Pass is tipped, recovered by the Raiders. David Shaw is losing his mind. Take another look at this on the replay. There's the beautiful pass there from Wooten. Missed shot from Madeline Olson down low. Now there's the rebound from Notch. And they'll call a foul on Madeline Olson. That's going to be her 4th. So in a 1-point game, Emma Baker at the line takes a bad bounce. The point here would be massive. And they make it, so a 2-point lead. Now time for some defense here. The Raiders coaches are now losing their mind, and we will get a timeout called by David Shaw, head coach for the Blaze. 1 timeout remaining after this. 15.8 seconds remaining in this game. It'll be very interesting to see the philosophy of Shaw and his assistant coaches on this one, because it's very possible that with 15.8 to go, they could just hold on to this ball, and if they wanted to, they could try to take a 3-point shot and win the game basically as time expires. You would think it's a little safer to go for 2 and send it to overtime, but Baskin has been great shooting the 3-point ball. Certainly Bruja has been good shooting the 3-point ball. I think Ashley King's made a couple here in the second half, so depends on how aggressive you want to get here, but kind of feels like the game is on the line here on this upcoming play. Never say never, because, you know, crazy things have happened, but seems like the game is either going to be won or lost for Hastings, and Burnsville conversely on this singular play. So watch number 5 at the bottom right corner of your screen moving over. That's Bruja, leading scorer tonight for Burnsville. Inbound to Wooten. Bruja over to Wooten. 2-point shot blocked out of bounds. There was a shot from Olson, no good. The ball's still going to remain here with Burnsville as it was forced out of bounds, but that really got Hastings going there. You can see the excitement from the players. take another look at the previous play here. So we will get the final timeout called by Coach Shaw. And the block, I believe that was Haley Strain. Was Haley Strain with the block. Tough to see from our angle up here and on the replay, but Haley Strain just doing it all offensively, now defensively. And again, it's likely going to come down to this final play. Of course, if that shot would have been made, it would have been a 2-point shot, so it would have tied it up here. Again, we'll see the philosophy here from Coach Shaw. Strain defending the inbound from Crumweed. Crumweed gets it in. 3-point shot, no good. Offensive rebound puts it up, no good. And the Raiders win. The Raiders defense holding strong in the home opener, the season opener, and they're going to win this one 65-63. A couple of potential game-winning plays for Burnsville, a couple of timeouts thinking it over. And while the Raiders' offense has been hot tonight, the defense is the sector of the game that gets it done for the home team, and they're going to improve to 1-0 on the season. Burnsville dropping to 1-1. This is a big result for Hastings. You can't underestimate momentum. They got 2 more home games on this home streak to start the season, and you know, it's important to get off on the right foot, and you know, they certainly did that here tonight. Of course, we want to remind you that our next broadcast is December 8th, right here from Hastings High School, 7 p.m. It's going to be this very girls basketball team against Visitation. If you want to check out the full schedule, you can go to our website. But an exciting result here for Hastings, a resilient result. I mean, they got down early, they came back and forth game, but they just played better as the game went on, and very deserving of this win here. Unfortunately, Bloomington's going to have to make the snowy drive back, defeated here tonight. Party time here for the Hastings Raiders. Well, with that, we'll wrap it up here from Hastings High School. A 65-63 victory for the Raiders over the Blaze. Special thanks to producer and director Hunter Pinky, Owen Ely, Ian Andrusak, Ben Brannon, Max Slocum. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. This has been HCTV Sports.